Stream of the day. Let me get my thing out here. My desk. Let's see, how's this one looking? This one's not so bad. My favorite one is the black one with the blue at the bottom. Anyway, let me find it on here and then we can get started. This phone has to get charged as always because you know who was using it. Now she's not sleeping yet, but I put her in her crib and I put Trolls on, so I think she's gonna fall asleep. We were outside walking. She got up early. She was up at like 8. There we go. I got it. And the first person here is Iqbal for love. Okay, you've got a new journey on the horizon. If you're not with anyone right now, things should start to get unstuck when a fire sign comes in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It also looks like your love life moves forward this fall. If you're not in a committed relationship, you could have the opportunity to start one before the end of the fall, but you may have some choices. Earth sign, but there's also a fire sign that might be an Aries that comes in. So let's see what happens. It should be a pretty exciting fall. Cece, weekend love. Negativity seems to move into the past. Weight of the world melts off your shoulders. Anxiety moves into the past when you feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. At the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities around love. And you could have some brand new energy coming in. There could be a brand new Capricorn that comes in this weekend. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Lily, general for this week. General for this week. Okay, you got money coming in. So you may have a new business or job opportunity that comes in that brings in extra cash, and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Disappointment moves into the past. Life changes for you for the better quickly. A wish comes true. You're feeling prepared for life to start to move forward, stepping into your own strength. A Leo comes in, and also a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Thank you, Zara. Nunit. Questions below. Here we go. How will it go with Marcus tomorrow? How will it go with Marcus tomorrow? It should go well. You're feeling well respected, feeling like you could breathe a sigh of relief, and like you've got the world at your feet. You're calling the shots. Things should go well tomorrow for you guys. Elizabeth, love and career for the next 3 weeks. Career looks pretty much wherever you are right now, that's where you're going to be. It's slow and steady wins the race around career. It's average. Nothing bad, nothing good, just kind of average. When it comes to love, you have happiness that's coming in. It's a little bit delayed. You have a wish, put it out into the universe, and you might have some brand new energy enter. If you're not with anyone right now, that could be with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It also looks like your love life could be improving quickly as we move through the next couple of weeks. The hard work you put out into the universe around love comes back to you. You might have some choices, not looking back on the past fondly, but a brand new Aries enters. A new journey is on the horizon, and you're no longer feeling stuck. An earth sign enters as well, or maybe these people may already be around you. But it looks like you have plenty of options in the next couple of weeks. Nejolani. I don't see it yet. Let me do Lydia. The rest of the week, read and vibe. The overall vibe is good. Happiness and things change for the better for you quickly. Got money coming in. Negativity is moving into the past. Feeling burdened or weighed down is moving into the past. Money is coming in. It also looks like you've got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Fire sign enters, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. This person may be interested in more than just hanging out or hooking up. They may want long-term commitment, and that person could be a Sagittarius. You have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer that comes in that may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. A wish comes true. Should be a pretty good week. Lily, how over you felt after the message? Try to reconcile. Okay. They're not sure exactly how they feel. I mean, they're taking a moment to process everything. They may feel like when they're ready, I don't know if they didn't answer you, but they may not be ready to discuss much of it right now. They seem to feel relieved that you reached out to them, but at the same time, they're still upset about something. Elizabeth, what will be my next big event, life event? There's possibility of buying a new house, changing homes, upgrading your home, whatever that is, happens through divine timing and makes you very happy. That could be coming in next. Noonit, messages from my guides. Oh, the house thing also doesn't necessarily have to be moving. You could be upgrading, expanding, redecorating, whatever, renovating. But whatever it is, it looks like it's pretty impressive around the home. Okay, Noonit, spirit cards. The Two of Earth. Too much going on at once, the need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Awakening, Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. You're at a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Empress, Archangel Gabriel. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Nejolani, will I get financial help for a lawyer organization that I asked? And if yes, when? I think you will. Yeah. Soon, maybe within the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I think you're going to get it. Noonit, what does Kwashan think about my book so far? He's very impressed. He's got a lot of respect for you. He thinks that you don't hold yourself back. He thinks that you're very creative. He thinks it's very interesting. I think he's hooked. Gwendolyn, how can the tension resolve between Mom and I? Okay, all right, so you can't control what somebody else does or how somebody else is going to react, and you can't change anyone. The only person you can change is yourself. So with the Nine of Swords in reverse, I'm going to say that the more that you work on your issues with the relationship, the more of the anxiety is going to move into the past and the tension is going to start to dissipate. So let's just say, for example, I don't know what's causing the tension, but let's just say, for example, I don't know, she wants you to work at a certain job and you don't want to do that as a career. Instead of trying to react and convince her, try to accept that that's what she wants and that you're not going to change her, but don't argue with her about it. Just kind of, like, we just don't agree. I have to make my own decisions, because you have to make your own decisions. But the more that you take on the kind of passive, rather than I'm angry or I want to react, turn it into, okay, why is this bothering me? What is this hitting? Because whatever the source of the tension is really just like, it's not the original issue. It's like you may be mad because of what they're saying, but the issue is deeper. So there's an issue beneath it. It could be a control thing. It could be manipulation. It could be she's very hard on you. Whatever it is. I grew up with a mother who was very hard on me. Never felt like I was good enough. All those issues that are beneath it, if you try to work on those, you're not going to have the same feeling. You're not going to be as anxious. And I think it's going to help with the tension between the two of you. You can talk things out. Unfortunately, a lot of times talking doesn't change the way that people feel. They need to go through something in order to change. Like, a situation will change them once they go through it, but you can't tell someone to change. They have to change through their experience. The only thing you can do, I think, is work on yourself, or why something is bothering you or something is upsetting you. Like, what's beneath it? If this doesn't make any sense, I'm going to give you an example. My entire life, from the time I was a little kid, people in my life always had more important things to do. My mother would rather clean the bathroom than play with me. It was important for her to have a clean house. That was what was important to her. Friends, I wasn't very popular. If somebody else showed up, they'd rather be with the other friend. So this became a theme in my life, that I'm always second choice, or maybe sometimes I'm even fifth or sixth choice, but I'm never first chosen. But as I get older and I started working on my issues, I started to understand where that came from and why it hurt so much when it happened again. It's not about the initial situation. It's about what's happened before that's led up to this. So as a grown adult, right, just last year, a friend of mine and I had plans. We were going to go out for a walk. And we go out for like mile walks. It takes a couple of hours. So she said to me, I'm going to bring one of my other friends because I haven't seen her in a while. And I was like, okay, I don't care. But then, I don't know, she started a group chat, and it was obvious that they were talking about doing something else, and I wasn't sure that I was really supposed to be included in this, whatever it was. So my friend texted me privately and said, you know what, I haven't seen her. I'm going to go to this place with her instead. And rationally, in my mind, I knew that this was not a big deal. It happens all the time. I see her all the time. It's no big deal. Go with your friend. But there was still that person inside me that was really like, why the fuck does this always happen to me? How come it is that every time I have plans with somebody, something comes up and I am not as important as whatever came up, and I have to understand why somebody can't be there for me like they said that they would? That's how I felt, like on the inside. But in my head, I didn't react because I knew this is just an old wound. This has nothing to do with the current situation. It's not a big deal. You'll see her tomorrow. See what I mean? So if you can kind of get down to what bothers you more about the situation and your relationship with your mother that dates back to way back when, then you can kind of control the way you react, and it's going to help to ease your tension. When your tension eases, so will hers, because you will energetically, you'll kind of meet. Like, you know how they say, like, dogs can sense fear? Well, it's the same thing with people. People can sense tension. We may not realize it consciously, but when you're much more laid back, so will she. And you guys will be able to get along a little bit better. God, I hope that helps. Sorry, that was a big, long windbag thing. Nejelani, is Gene want to push me away from his life, or is he just stressed? Okay. Does he want to push me away from his life? No, I think he's very stressed. I think he's got a lot on his plate. Myrna, what is the Virgo man feeling towards me? He's slow and steady, wins the race. I wouldn't expect him to dive in head first because he's the Six of Pentacles, and that card, the Knight of Pentacles, and that card actually jumped out at me. But I would say that his feelings for you are romantic and things will move forward through divine timing. He's prepared for that. He's not holding himself back. He just has to do it in his own time, and you kind of can't force it. Gwendolyn, how does my boyfriend feel that things are... How does my boyfriend feel things are going between us? He may feel like it's somewhat of a rocky road or it's a little bit up and down, but he's very hopeful for the future. So there may have been recently sharp energy around the situation, or maybe you weren't agreeing on something. He may have felt like things were stuck. He could have also been feeling as if he was waiting for his ship to come in. But that is changing or has changed, or it even could be changing in the future. Soulmate connection with a new journey on the horizon with some great passion. So if things have kind of been a little bit, I think you've already gone through kind of like a slump. You're coming out the other side and he's feeling like things are improving. And he's pretty happy about it. Feels kind of content. Empress, how does Jameson the dispatcher feel about my brother? Does she think my brother is doing okay? She does feel like he's doing well. She's got a lot of respect for him. Feels like they have a pretty good, like, rapport. Thinks that he's perseverant, strong, well-prepared, and successful. Empress, is she unhappy with my brother because she feels like he could do more? No, I think that she's pretty satisfied with him. No, I think that she's... Supervisors always think you can do more, but I think that, and she may kind of put that out there because that's what they do. But for the most part, no, I think that she thinks he's doing well. Mario, messages from Pisces to me about a reunion. See, she's sneaky, this one. Like, she doesn't want to let you know that she wants a reunion, and she doesn't want... Like, she would rather you think that she's not interested and that she doesn't care. But I think that she's kind of sneaky. And I think that she's trying to do whatever she can to make you chase her. She doesn't want to be the one to step up to the plate and put it out there to make a reunion or to get back together or to discuss it. She wants you to do it. She holds herself back. I think that she wants you to chase her. I wouldn't if I were you. But you do what you want. I think that she's looking to be chased. And I think that that's why when you pull your energy back, I think she drives past your house. I think she kind of investigates. She wants to know where you are, what you're doing. However, if the shoe was on the other foot, she wouldn't like that done to her. Maria. How will everything turn out if I let my pregnant sister come with me to the airport? Like to drop you off so that you can go somewhere? I think it would be okay. I don't think you'll have any obstacles. I think that you'll be okay. There's a new beginning on the horizon. I don't know what concerns you about it. Is it about her being out in public with COVID? Is it about her making the drive, like it's a long drive? But it looks like there are very little issues if she were to go with you to the airport. Emmett, I have an issue with the university registration. They registered 3 courses for me and I only want 2. So I paid for 2. My concern is they will just delete the 3rd eventually, or all will be deleted. You registered for 3 courses. You paid for 2. You only wanted 2. I would call them and make sure that they only delete the 3rd. I think they're only going to delete the 3rd, but I would call them because I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. But these days, I feel like nobody ever gets it right the first time. And you got to stay on top of everything. So I would call them just to make sure. Desiree, love single. Okay, listen to your intuition. If there's somebody around you right now that you've been talking to or seeing, because that could take off or it could stabilize. I can't remember what sign he was. But then you also have the 6 of Cups, which is somebody from your past who could be returning. It doesn't have to be an old lover or an ex-flame. It could be a familiar face from the past. Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race around the current situation, although I do believe it could be a soulmate connection, so you may want to give it time. You also have an Aries here and a new beginning in love. So you might have some options. If you're looking for a committed relationship, the Empress is here. Love, money, abundance, fertility, success around love, and a committed relationship is on the horizon. You may have a couple of options and you may be exploring your options, at least in the month of October. Not bad at all. Mario, what is my boss's real issue with me at my first job? You're going to find out. You guys are going to have a discussion about it. I don't think it's a big deal. It doesn't look like a big deal. It looks like your career is moving forward. You have a wish around the situation. I'm going to say that this is probably going to be a classic kind of I expect more from you, or you could do more, or you could do better. Whatever it is, it's not a big deal. Anxiety moves into the past and you guys get past it. If you have a review coming up or a meeting, it will come out with the Fool in reverse. But it's nothing to be worried about. You know, it may be some stupid manager shit, you know, like they'll all say the same thing. We expect more from you. Or, you know, this is your first priority. I heard that nonsense a lot. You know what else too? I don't, the cards don't show this, but I'm just giving you this as an example. A lot of companies don't want you working a second job. How dare you? How dare you? My full-time job, like 10 or 15 of us worked second jobs. You can't tell somebody they can't work a second job. You tell me that I can't have overtime. But then you tell me that I can't work a second job? No, that doesn't work. But it's going to move forward past. Whatever, it's going to pass quickly and it's going to come out. You're going to discuss it and it's going to be over. It's stupid shit. Mario, will the Pisces actually step up anytime soon? Yeah, yeah. You know, it's almost like the further you go away, the closer she's going to start running after you. She doesn't want you to go too far away. She wants you to chase her. If you don't chase her, she's going to try to put in a little bit more effort. She's going to try to get you to chase her. Tanya, is my love spell working on K? Seems like there's a lot of resistance around this situation. I would say it could be working slowly, but seems like there's a lot of resistance around the situation. I wouldn't expect, I don't know what the situation is, but I know it's going to sound stupid, but, and I don't know what the reason is you're doing a spell, but I found in my experience, like spells don't work on people that don't want to be in the relationship. So if this is someone that you've been having trouble with or you're not on the same page with, that could be where the resistance lies. You know, it's like you can't just light a candle and imagine someone's going to fall in love with you. I don't feel it works that way. If you're dating someone or you're in each other's lives or you're talking, you're hanging out and the energy is going well and you're both kind of on the same page, spell could help ignite that. But it seems like there's a lot of resistance around this situation. Emin, does P have romantic feelings towards me? I don't know. It comes off more of like a professional relationship. Is this someone that you know at work? Because this person may be, I don't know, it comes up like they're more, it's more of a professional relationship than it is a romantic relationship at this point anyway. Emin, when am I going to be called for the interview for Big Company? It's been a week since my last test with them. You should hear from them soon. I'm going to say within the next 4 to 11 days. You should hear from them soon. Ronnie, do I have to worry about retaliation from my boss when I return to work? I don't think so. No, I think you're okay. Tanya, when will Kay contact me to hang out? You might have to contact them. I don't see much coming from their side. It's like they're at a standstill. They seem to be holding themselves back. There's not a lot of room for growth, change, and transformation. I wouldn't wait on them. I would reach out to them because it's like this person is feeling kind of stagnant. Orchid. I don't see it yet. Let me do... Oh, A. Hamilton. That's great. Good. Finally, it came. Thank God. Anonymous. When could his phone situation be fixed? Oh, I would say within the week. Anthony, what is going on with the Cancer and the current situation between us? Not much. Right now, the Cancer is not in a real great space, and they don't seem to be putting in much effort. I would say you may have to be patient with the situation, and I would keep your eyes and ears open for other options because this person is very stuck right now, and they're disconnected from their intuition. They also seem to be, it's like nothing seems to be going right for them. And, you know, like sometimes that happens. It's like one bad thing happens and then you're like, oh, this is my life. And then something else happens and something else happens. They seem to have gone down a downward spiral. And I wouldn't expect much from them because they're just kind of, they're sort of feeling sorry for themselves. I mean, I do think this person thinks about you a lot, that you cross their mind. But I wouldn't expect much from her right now because she seems like she's just not in a great space. Orchid. Is she stalking me? I asked for it to stop, and I'm not sure if she'll get the message. And now doubting if she is. I don't know her reaction to it or if it's in my head. Okay, let's see. Is she stalking me? I don't think she is. No, I don't think she is at this point. I would try to forget about it. If you forget about it, like you'll cut the energy and it can go away. I wouldn't focus on the stalking. I don't think that she is anyway. I think that she's kind of got the message and she's, I mean, stalking is really ridiculous because it doesn't tell you anything. You don't learn anything. You don't know anything from stalking. But anyway, no, I don't think that she is. Anonymous, even though she doesn't want me to leave, my mom suggested that I start slowly buying stuff for the apartment. Should I? Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. The dollar store's got some great stuff. I mean, you can get a lot at the dollar store. I mean, I don't really feel like you need to buy that kind of stuff, though, right away. You know, like glasses and cooking utensils and shit like that, cleaning supplies. You can get all that stuff at the dollar store cheap. But if you have the extra cash and you want to get a head start on it, I don't see any reason why not. High vibration in the next 24 hours. You may feel like a disappointment has moved into the past. You could feel like you have some new choices or options coming in. And Aquarius is around. A disappointment, an argument, or a dispute resolves itself and moves into the past, and you're feeling successful around work or school. Vicky, general for the rest of the week. Perseverance pays off. Could be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Cause for celebration comes in near the weekend when you may be hearing from somebody who makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. That could be a very perseverant, could be a Leo, or you could meet a new Leo through divine timing. You also have another fire sign around Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and you have something that happens this week that makes you very happy. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent week, but it may be kind of slow until we get to the weekend. Divine Goddess, is this Virgo Sashi manifesting me or some love spell? I feel so passionate for some reason these days about him. No, I know nobody wants to hear this, but when you feel really passionately about somebody who you're not involved with or you've never met or been involved with, it usually has something to do with that person being somewhat out of reach and being like like a soul wound thing. You know, it's like you feel very passionately for somebody who you can't seem to put your hands on or you can't seem to grasp. So when they do pay attention to you or they do talk to you or something does happen, it almost makes you feel like electric. Like you feel like, oh my God, now things are moving forward. Like that's not a real connection. It's more of a soulmate a soul wound connection, which is like this person is temporarily healing a pain for me that goes so deep that it's like when they come over and they respond to me, it's like they're medicating the wound. Thing is that it's temporary. And the more that you feel, I mean, because feeling passionately for someone you've never been involved with or that you don't have a relationship with, that, I don't want to say it's not real, because the feelings are very real. Anyone that's ever lived through it knows those feelings are real. But it's not based on a solid relationship that is coming from, I like, all right, here's an example. When I met my old boyfriend Tom way back when, I, for me and him, like, I never felt like, oh my God, I have to be with this guy. I didn't feel like that at all. I was like, well, he's okay. He seems really nice. He would call me. I would talk to him. It wasn't like, oh my God, I need to be with this guy. But those, oh my God, I need to be with people are usually the people that are very out of reach, that you feel very hurt by. But you're not hurt by them because they're not involved with you. You're hurt by not being able to cultivate the relationship that you've dreamt up in your head. You see what I mean? Like, now, okay, so that was Tom. After Tom and I broke up, or even before we broke up, I started to have a crush on this guy that I knew from the bar down the street. I didn't know him. I didn't know him. I knew of him. I knew him from the bar. I mean, I couldn't tell you what he liked to eat for breakfast, what his favorite soccer team was. I couldn't tell you where he went to college. Didn't know anything about him, but I had a burning passion for him. I just know that there's more to come from this. I know that we have a connection. I know that this is something that is meant to be. These are all things that I was saying, and none of it was true. But in the moment, you really do feel that kind of passion and you feel that kind of connection, because when I look back at the situation, I was going through a really rough time. It was a horrible, horrible, horrible year. I can't even explain it. And in some kind of a bizarre way, he was some kind of an escape from the reality that I was living. So he was funny. He was cute, I guess. But was I in love with him? Did I feel really passionately about him as a person? Or in that moment, was he an escape from everything that I was going through? And I dreamt it up in my head. Had him and I ever started dating, he never would have lived up to the idea that I had of him in my head, and he would have been a total letdown, because what was going on in my head was not reality. It was like, like I always say, it's like a rock star. Like, like if the rock star looks at you, it's like, oh my God, he looked at me. Yeah, but so what? I would be careful with situations like that, because it's not that, like I said, the feelings are very real, but they're usually more connected to a wound or something that makes you feel good in the moment. And it's usually not long lasting, and it usually causes great pain because it brings up the old wound. Like, think about like situations where, like, the most popular guy in the school, and you're like, oh, he'll never look at me. He'll never look at me. Oh, he likes her. He likes her. And then all of a sudden he talks to you and you're like, hey, that feels really good. But it's not really about him, because he's a total jerk. And everybody knows that. It's like the guy that's the player. Every girl thinks that they're going to change him. No one's changing him. He's a jerk. He's a loser. It's not going to change. But in the moment, you feel like, oh, this is it. This is that connection. I would be skeptical of that. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Where am I? Pompey, the next 48 hours for me and SS. Next 48 hours for me and SS. I would say you could get communication, but you might find that this person is like disappointing, or they don't live up to their potential, or you may feel like they're let down. You should get communication though. That should come in. Maggie, what will my next steady partnership be like? Should be a well-balanced long-term relationship that is, well, it looks like you guys may have mutual interests. You may do some hobbies together. I don't know if there's a creative hobby that you like to do. It looks like a stable, steady, long-term relationship, and it looks like it's got plenty of potential. And there may be some kind of a mutual hobby. Maybe that's how you meet the person. Something about a mutual hobby comes in that's important to you guys. Mihak, will my husband have enough money to pay off for his bank cases in 2022, or at least start to pay? Okay, let's see. He should at least be able to start paying. He may not pay it off, but he should be starting. Medusa, how will the conversation go when we meet up? It's going to go well. Have patience. You might feel like in the beginning, I mean, everything is always awkward in the beginning, but the hard work that you put into it pays off. I think that you'll have a good time, or the conversation will go well, and it's going to lead to more communication. Mystic Moon, what is Jay currently thinking and feeling about our relationship? I would say this person is kind of holding themselves back, and they may feel like there's not a whole lot of growth here. I don't know where you guys are right now in the relationship, but I would say they may be holding themselves back, or they may not be ready for things to move forward to the next level. Wherever you guys are, this is probably where it's going to stay right now, because this is where they're comfortable. Which, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but they're pretty much comfortable where it is right now. Desiree, I don't think, I think that's not a question. Okay. Sanch, 24 hours. You could have some money coming in and feeling very successful around finances. Also feeling a little bit better appreciated or better compensated around work, school, or business, whatever you do all day. Should be a pretty good day. Yogit, the current energy of the Taurus towards me. The energy is, it's a little slow and stagnant, but the energy isn't bad. It's just like slow and steady. Via S General. The hard work that you put into schoolwork or business will pay off. You should be feeling better compensated or better respected when a wish comes true. Fire sign enters Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and you're feeling prepared. It also looks like a disagreement, a disappointment moves into the past and resolves itself. And Cancer comes in. Caribbean, is there a new job opportunity coming in for me? And if so, when? Yeah, there is. Let's see. Could be any time between now and the end of the year, or actually now right through this, the rest of the winter. From now until the end of the winter, you should change jobs. So I'm going to say, what, October, November, December, January, February. I'm going to say by March, you should change jobs. I think I'm at Miss Rosie. Is A still serious? Is still in a serious relationship, or are they just friends? Okay. Is A still in a serious relationship? Or are they just friends? I think they're in a relationship. I think it's more than just friendship. Mountain, the energy check between the Taurus moon towards me. Anything else that comes up? Energy between the Taurus moon. The energy is kind of stagnant. It's like stuck, stagnant, and stubborn. And there's not a whole lot of room for growth, change, and transformation. I think that's going to change, though, because in the near future, things move forward, and you may feel like you're either being better respected or at a better place with this situation. But up until, like, right now and over maybe the next week or so, it's, like, stuck, stagnant, and stubborn. Like, he's got his heels dug in. Darlene, will me and Elle finally meet in person next week? I think you will, but I'm reluctant to say that because Mercury's retrograde and you know what happens under those circumstances. But for right now, yeah, it looks like you're meeting. Oh, you like this blue one? Thanks. This is one that was in the bag of wigs that my friend handed off to me. UAF spirit messages. The Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, positive resolution to conflict. Renewal, Archangel Jeremiel. Review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. Eight of Air, an illusion of being tracked, lack of confidence, and afraid to take action. Where are we here? Stacy, is it true that S has never had a girlfriend before? Yeah, I think that is true. Yeah. Now, what's coming in love? I cut off the Leo. Okay. Oh, well, here you are walking away from that Leo. And then you've got a wish that comes true. You've got some new opportunities coming. First of all, you got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. You have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and then you have a Libra and an Aquarius coming in. Mountain. Does the Sagittarius have a partner and he's trying to hide it? And what was his reason for canceling last night? Pretty mad I gave him another chance. Oh, man. Yeah, I hear you. Does he have a girlfriend or a partner that he's trying to hide? You know what? I don't think so. What I think it could be, he's walked away from something or someone with the Eight of Cups. I wonder if that person is not accepting it and is hounding him and giving him a hard time. He's turned and walked away from something. And I bet you that person is giving him a hard time, and that's why he canceled. He couldn't do whatever. She was in the way. But I don't think it's because he wants her to be his partner. I think he's clear that he walked away from the situation. I'd be pissed too. I'd be pissed too. I was in a situation once. Well, more than once. It happened many times. Unfucking believable. Where this person that I was involved with he wanted out of the relationship he was in. He could not find his way out of a fucking paper bag. Finally, he gets out, one way or another. And we would be hanging out, like at night, and she would call, and she would call, and she would call, and she would call, and she wouldn't stop. She would keep calling the phone, and let it go to voicemail, and then she would call back, hang up and call back. And he says to me, he's like, if I don't answer that, she's going to show up here. And I don't want you in the middle of this. My head nearly blew off my fucking shoulders. I was so pissed. But, yeah, I think that somebody's giving him a hard time and is getting in the way. It won't work. It won't work. But I think that somebody's giving him a hard time. Someone got in the way. And I think with the Eight of Cups, he doesn't. Hopefully he can stand up, because I don't understand what the issue is with, like, men that just don't have the balls to stand up and say, listen, I'm over it. I'm done. You know, we weren't happy. I wasn't happy. You weren't happy. Let's go our separate ways. There's happiness out there, you know? But a lot of times they get bamboozled into having to deal with these very pushy women. Anyway, I don't blame you for being mad. I'd be pissed too. Yeah, I bet you there's somebody who is just not letting go, and she's just putting herself where he is, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. You know, women can be very manipulating with the tears and the "you did this to me" and the nonsense. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'd be fucking pissed. Where did I leave off? Here, hang on for one sec. Pompey, I did. Medusa, I did. Vitalia, should I agree to do the project that I'm currently thinking about? Yeah, I would do it. It looks like it's a good project, or it's got a lot of opportunity and you have a lot of potential around it. Michelle, October reading. Disappointment moves into the past. Cause for celebration comes in when a wish comes true. You have a new journey on the horizon. The world is at your feet. A Leo enters. You may run into somebody or reconnect with an old friend from the past in the month of October. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You got a new journey on the horizon, and you might be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Leslie, what is blocking M from renting a house? Well, there's nothing blocking him. He's just not doing it. Like, it's not like things are getting in the way. He's just not putting in any effort. It doesn't look like it's a priority to him at this point. It looks like wherever his living situation is right now, he's pretty comfortable there. So he's not under the gun to buy a house or to rent a house, so he's just not doing it. It's not a top priority at this point. As blessed, how does A feel about me? How does A feel about me? How does A feel about me? Pretty good. Thinks that you're intuitive, successful, kind-hearted, and sincere. May feel like you're very intelligent and smart. Finds you to be attractive, loyal, independent. Seems pretty good. Sunshine. What is the Aquarius man's intentions with me? He doesn't have any. He's got a lot of respect for you, but the situation doesn't have great timing around it. So you just kind of have to roll with it. He's here. He shows up, but he has no intentions. So he's like, I mean, if you don't hear from him, you may need to reach out to him. You might have to do more of the work, but he's around you. That's not it's not that he's not around you or he doesn't want to be. It's just he's not putting in enough effort, and it also looks like he doesn't have a plan or any intention. So you may have to kind of get the ball rolling. Ruby R, will A reach out to me before the end of the year? It looks like the chances are slim. Is this a Sagittarius? It looks, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think you're going to hear from him before the end of the year. Chances are low. MJ, what are my male Libra friends' current energies towards me? Stable, sincere, and well prepared. Pretty good. Listen to him. Relax, Dylan. Blue skies, what's coming towards me in love? Okay. Perseverance around love pays off and brings in choices. You got some good luck coming in. The ability to manifest new opportunities. The Sagittarius comes in, and also an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You're moving forward, not backwards, and it looks like you have new energy coming in this fall. Cinnamon, love for this October. Got a Capricorn coming in that could be a new romantic interest. And something should happen that makes you very happy that could be around this Capricorn. You also have a Leo around. A disappointment moves into the past, and love could move forward. Water sign enters as well. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. I think you're going to have options between now and the end of October to explore. And Ukriti, anything good happening for me next? Anything good happens for me next? Okay, you've got a wish, put it out into the universe. Cause for celebration comes in when negativity moves into the past. You're no longer holding yourself back. Your intuition is heightened. A water sign enters. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You also have money coming in. Big Mama, what's coming to me in love in the next 72 hours? Divine guidance may be guiding you to a new journey with a soulmate connection. Could be a Gemini, could also be an Aries. If you're with someone right now, I would say your current relationship will be moving forward quite passionately in the next 72 hours. Will. Does Coffee Shop Gal have a crush on me because I have a crush on her? Yeah, you guys may have a nice connection. I think there could be more to come from this situation. Absolutely. Paula, will my ex-Sagittarius girlfriend contact me soon? I would say maybe before the end of the fall, you'll hear from her relatively soon. Georgia, love. Okay, you've got balance coming back to your life. A Scorpio enters, a Taurus enters. Perseverance around love pays off. The hard work you put in comes back to you. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down that's looking for a committed relationship if you're not in one right now. Could be one of these people here, the Taurus or the Scorpio. It also looks like you might be feeling like, you know what, I'm going to explore my options. Things change for you for the better quickly when a wish comes true around love. And Aquarius enters. Things start to move forward pretty quick for you between now and the end of the month. Destiny, do you see my twin flame L moving back to NC soon? Well, I don't go get into the twin flame thing because I don't believe it. I think it's nonsense. But I would say I don't think he's going to move back too soon. No, maybe like maybe within like the next 12 to 18 months, something like that. Um, TR I haven't done. Leo Love I haven't done. Mary. Okay, let me do Francis Alex. When will I finally have a boyfriend? Sometime this autumn it could happen. It could happen any time now, between now and the end of the autumn. Definitely before the end of the year. Mary, can I ask if F will contact me in the next 2 days? I don't think so. He's coming up as the Hermit. Leo Love, what's coming towards me in love in the next 60 days? Okay, you got the happiness card in reverse, which only means that there's a delay to happiness, but happiness is still coming. If you're not with anyone right now, you have options. Taurus, Capricorn, water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. A disappointment moves into the past. Sagittarius enters. Success comes in around love. You may be exploring your options. You're going to have choices. Not bad at all. It's good to have choices. TR, is Bargov going to take the first steps to talk to me? I think you might have to do it. I wouldn't wait on them. Destiny General. Negativity moves into the past. You may be feeling undecided about something or undecided about things in general, but negativity is moving into the past. An old tower moment is moving into the past. And it looks like you've got a water sign that enters that might be of significance, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You got some money coming in. You may be traveling in the near future. You've got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities, and some good luck coming in around you. You may be moving on to greener pastures in some respect of your life. I don't know what area. You see justice that comes in. It could be around work, school, or business. Romance could be heating up for you at some point before the end of the year. A fire sign could come in. Leo said Sherry's Aries. And you're no longer holding yourself back. Your intuition is heightened. And you are laying down the law, setting boundaries, and cutting through bullshit. Nobody better lie to you because you're not going to have it. I think things are going to be good moving forward. Got some nice stuff happening. It's Deej. You see me building with R or B? Love. With R. B. B comes up higher than R. I would say B. Oh, Manasi, congratulations. Let's see. Will I give birth today? I'm not convinced it's going to be today. When's your due date? Oh, Mary, I did it wrong. Will I hear from him in the next 2 weeks, not 2 days? I'm not convinced. You might need to reach out to him if you want to talk to him. It's D. Does B expect me to invite him on my vacation? No, I don't think so. Oh, your due date is November 8th? Yeah, I don't think you're going to go this early. UAF, what does CH think of me so far? Oh, shit, he's trying to come at 4. Is this your first? No, right? I think the first one doesn't want to come out. Oh, well, then maybe you are going to go before then. I don't think you're going to go today, though. UAF, what does CH think of me so far? Thinks that you're grounded, stable, strong, perseverant, hardworking, attentive, grounded and stable, and well-focused. This is a work person? Oh, it's your 4th. That's, yeah, he's coming early then. They just start sliding out. That's what I've been told. I've only had one. And it was like a stick of dynamite wasn't going to get her out. And everybody was sure she was going to come early because I was so huge. But nope. Nope. Yeah, I bet maybe he'll come by the end of the week. What's today is Wednesday. I'm going to say maybe he'll come Friday or Saturday. And my mom had a terrible, terrible, terrible delivery with me. It was like they actually didn't think I was going to live. Anyway. So being it was such a, like it was like over a day that it lasted. When she went into labor with my brother, my father was like, okay, I'll drop you off at the hospital. I'll go to work and I'll come back. And he was born like in 2 hours. He didn't go to work. He stayed there. Anyhow. Yeah, I think so too, Manazi. Yeah. And one of my friends said the same thing. Her daughter, although the birth wasn't bad with her daughter, her son, like it, like that. I did all these guys. I did Leo Love. I did TR. I think I'm at Empress. Will I get the job interview for Dr. Sapkota's lab this week? I don't think it's going to be this week. I think you're going to get an interview, but I can't swear it's going to be this week. Lara, will I pass the test to enter my university in October? Yeah, you will. Rosie, general for the weekend. I would say over the weekend, you may, I don't know, it's not a bad weekend, but you might feel like it's a little stuck or stagnant. You might feel like you're sitting around or not much is going on. It could be a little bit bored. Take time for yourself, rest, relaxation, and self-care. And there may be time to spend with a Sagittarius at some point this weekend. It also looks like a Virgo could be around. You've got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities, but I don't know if it's going to happen as fast as the weekend. Energy around the weekend seems kind of slow and stuck. Not bad, though. Just kind of like slow and stagnant. Karmic intention. What does Sammy really want with me? Why is he in my life after 11 years of silence? Because they always come back. That's why. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so you have some stuff here. First of all, there is unfinished business between the two of you. Even though you haven't talked in 11 years, it doesn't make a difference. It's through divine timing. So you have a couple of choices here. The Death card is in reverse. It doesn't look like much has grown or changed at this point, but there is option coming in for growth and transformation around your relationship with him. And he could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. I would say, depending on how you feel, I think that it's important for you to do what you feel at this point and not what you think you should do or what somebody else tells you to do, because I think that after 11 years, this is your time to figure it out. Either we're going to move forward, we're going to get it right, or we're not going to speak anymore, but we're going to make the decision now. It's a divine timing thing. But I would definitely go with your gut, and I would be clear with your intentions. And like when you speak to him, I would tell him what you want, what you expect, and I would be clear with the intentions, but I wouldn't do any of this nonsense. I'm going to tell him this so he thinks that. I'm going to tell him I don't want to talk to him again. Gee, I hope he calls. I wouldn't do any of that shit. Now it's your time to get to the bottom of it or to figure out the situation, and I wouldn't play games. I would just come right out and be direct with, this is how I felt. I don't know what you want. What are you doing here after 11 years? What is happening? And get to the bottom of it, because now is the time. Mercury is retrograde. This is the time. Dawn, will the Aries be in a good space for me to go get my challah on next week? Her friend died, and I'm trying to respect that. Oh, man. I think so. I think so. That's exactly right, Karmic. Exactly. All the planets are retrograde. Nobody's helping us out here. Venus and Mars, but everybody else is. Oh, you hate him? Good. Then now it's your time to tell him that. Now it's your time to have the upper hand and let him know exactly how you feel and suck it to him. Good. I'm sure he deserves it. Yes. I can't move on. It's not easy because when we link up, it's crazy connection vibe, and he just sucks. Well, now it's your time to finally shut the door on it. Let's see what happens. We're all hanging on by a thread with these planets. Is there anybody here that I haven't answered for at all? Anyway, keep us posted. 11 years. What a motherfucker. I know, that's why it's like when people are like, is he coming back? Am I going to hear from him? It's like, you're probably going to hear from him regardless of what the cards say. They tend to always come back even if it takes 11 years. Oh, thank you, Rosie. Malika, general reading. You should have some nice choices that come in. Anxiety is moving into the past. You might feel like you're seeing some good karma come back to your life and like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You can breathe a sigh of relief. The world is at your feet. A water sign enters. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You could be working on a creative project that you might be getting a lot out of. And you also may be making a decision to walk away from something that you feel no longer serves you. You know, isn't it something how like they love to use like excuses like, I lost your number, or my phone was dead, or whatever it is. But when they want to get in touch with you, man, they know how to get in touch with you. They know how to figure it out. I know. They're amazing. They're amazing. Oh, you're not as dumb as you pretended to be for the last 15 years. When you wanted something, you figured out how to do it. Good boy. Sandy A., what can I expect in the near future? To have some choices. Life is moving forward to greener pastures. It looks like you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Romance could heat up out of the clear blue sky. The hard work that you put into your love life will come back to you. If you're not with anyone right now, out of the clear blue sky, things could change for the better for you quickly with the Sagittarius. But it's true. It's true. I had one guy that, I mean, I was ghosted, like, before ghosting was a thing, like, way back when. And he just, this was, like, when we had beepers. I didn't have a beeper. I wasn't cool enough, but he had a beeper. He was Vanilla Ice. He wasn't really Vanilla Ice. He just thought he was, which may have been even worse. Anyway. So I used to have to beep him, you know. It was, you know, most of the times he didn't get the beep. Yeah, beep this. Anyway, so he ghosted me. And then, like, maybe like a year later, he ran into one of my friends. And he was, you know, he's like, he said to her, oh, give her my beeper number. I don't know whatever happened, but I never heard from her again. Yeah, you asshole. You know exactly what happens. You ghosted me. And it took me a while to figure it out because I didn't know that was such a thing. I didn't realize that people could be so cruel. I just thought you weren't getting the beeps. Jesus Christ. You know, Ice, that's what it was like. Oh, Jesus. Sabrina, can I get an October reading for me and Justin? It looks like things should be improving in the month of October. Feeling like the relationship is starting to strengthen. You may be spending more time together. Communication could pick up. You may feel like things are moving forward pretty quickly. You may feel like he's putting in more effort. The relationship seems to come back into balance. It looks pretty good for October. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for yet? Vanilla Ice. My one friend still to this day. My other friend had a friend, I never met him, and she said that her boyfriend, she's like, he looked like Prince, and he used to dress in purple and everything, and I forgot what his real name was, but she's called Prince. After me and Vanilla Ice broke up, I dated this guy who looked like Eddie Vedder, and he was a complete and total asshole. He made Vanilla Ice look like a good guy. Anyway. Zara, when Panos B comes back to my town, what will happen with me and him? Our communication is sporadic right now. Well, I think if he's in your town, he's going to try to make an attempt to see you. It looks like between now and then, communication will continue to be sporadic. But if he's in town, he'll reach out to you, and he's probably going to want to see you. And if you're available, you'll probably meet up with him. But it might not be for quite some time. I've had some situations and back in my day. Mel, is PW offended that I asked about his kids and how they were doing? He never responded. No, I don't think he is. Maybe he hasn't responded yet, or maybe he got sidetracked. I don't think that he's offended, no. I mean, that's a nice thing. If somebody's interested in your kids, why would you be offended by that? Maybe he just hasn't had a chance to answer yet. Or he got sidetracked or busy with something. No, I don't think he's offended. Is that it? Anybody else here that I didn't get to? That's it. All right, well, then I will see you guys tonight. Probably like maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. Oh, UAF. Let me do UAF. I think she may be up. So she's up early. She'll go to bed early. Sydney, do you just have a general? Or you have a question? Oh, good night, Zara. How will the training go? Will it get better for UAF? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It will get better. You know what's going to happen? I don't know if you experience things like this, but for me, when I'm learning something new, the best way I could describe it is like I kind of feel foggy about it. Like, it seems foggy, but then as time goes on, I start to feel like it starts to get more clear. And before you know it, you're just going to feel like you just pick it up. It may seem hard to grasp now, but it's like, yeah, it's going to improve. Definitely. Definitely. Sydney, not every man is going to view you the same. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. Overall, yeah, nobody's gonna, not everybody feels the same way. Sydney, do you have a different question you want to ask? Okay, go ahead. General love, sure. If you're not with anyone right now, you have options coming in. You have a Sagittarius that comes in. You also have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Now, you may have to make a decision to turn around and walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you, and then these new options come in. You have a wish that comes true around love before the end of the year. You may have options. You may have the option to enter a committed relationship before the end of the year, but you may have to make a choice between one or two different people. Like there could be a couple of options because you have Sagittarius and then water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain as your love life starts to move forward as we move through the fall into the winter, a Scorpio also enters. So you may have to explore different opportunities, but it looks like your love life is moving forward. It's moving away from negativity and pessimism and broken hearts and bullshit, and it's moving more towards new energy that's a little bit more promising. I think you're going to have choices to make, and you have a committed relationship on the horizon should you choose to enter it. You don't have to. You know, you see how you feel at that point. Okay, last person here is Afia. I don't know if it's working. Hang on. You should have the opportunity for at least 2 new options around job and career this fall. So yeah, I do think you're going to have new job opportunity. Alrighty. That's it for me right now. I will see you guys tonight. Thank you all very, very much for being here. Have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.